The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning update here presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks right here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad everybody tuned in. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, just tell one friend about this today. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Go to our Facebook page and give us a like. You'll know every time that we come up with morning updates, what typically are high school scores and high school news. We will cover some of the college sports that are going on as well. Hey, sign up and follow us on X at Scoreboard Guy at Missouri_sports, and then you'll know every time we have a show coming on, whether it's a D-Row and Arch, whether it's Where Are They Now Wednesdays, Missouri Milestones, the podcast, high school scoreboard shows, and athletes of the week. We'll get right into the high school scoreboard from last night, presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Liona Labor's Local 663, Doak Propane, the Bank of Billings, Bambino's Italian Cafe, where we invite you to join us every Monday. Doors open at 11 o'clock. Food is prepared by 11:30, and coaches from around the area at the high school and college level give the updates on their teams. Also presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank. They care about as much about your money as you do. Member FDIC. On the girls' scoreboard from last night, it was Bevier over Columbia Independent 30-25. That in the Madison tournament. Brunswick in the New Franklin tournament defeated Christian Fellowship Senior High School 57-50. Clearwater over Caruthersville 47-12. It was Center over Southeast 70-14. Maplewood Richmond Heights defeats Collegiate School Medicine Bioscience 51-23. New Franklin over Community 50-24. New Franklin now 10-1 on the season. Concordia over Crestridge 50-43. Eldon defeats Stoutland 59-36 in the Stover tournament. Also in the New Franklin tournament was Fayette over Sturgeon 48-33. In the Lady Trojans Classic at Sparta, it was Reed Spring 39, Forsyth 23. Truman defeats Fort Osage 42-35. It's Francis Howell 8-1 now, 53-41 over Fort Zumwalt West. Kirkwood 52-48 over Hazelwood Central. And again, these are girls' scores from last night. St. Genevieve over Herculaneum 55-35. Hollister defeats Blue Eye 43-39. John Burroughs 56-18 over Clayton. Russellville over Knobnoster 65-60. Lebanon in the Lady Trojans Classic there at Sparta as well. They defeat Sparta 73-63. It was Maysville over North Platte 36-30. Odessa defeats Marshall 46-30. Perry Home 63-47 over Lutheran Kansas City. Savannah over Plattsburgh 62-42. East Buchanan over Stewartsville 54-16. Lawson over Trenton 61-25. St. Michael the Archangel over Warrensburg 49-23. And West Strand defeats Jamestown 47-40. It's your girls' scoreboard from last night here, presented by Bambino's. As I mentioned, hey, come join us Monday at 11 a.m. The doors open. The meal's only $10. It's a buffet-style meal. And if you mention it, you heard it right here, I will pay for your meal. Also presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks for more than a decade, presenting student-athletes of the week on the men and women's side. We will step away, take a quick timeout, be right back here with the boys' scoreboard here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Back after this.
Things are a little tight for Terrence right now. But they won't be for long, because Central Bank makes it easier for customers like Terrence to dream bigger.
More room would be nice.
With mortgage solutions that can open the door to more space.
That's what I'm talking about.
For his growing family.
Growing? Family?
Honey, guess what?
You got this, buddy.
Hey, welcome back to the morning update here on the Missouri Sports Network. I do apologize. We're in a different location here, had some issues to deal with, so I'm on the road doing this from remote from an undisclosed location. On the boys' scoreboard from last night in the Madison tournament, Columbia Independent defeated Bavier 77-60. It was Hickman over Boonville 61-51. Maplewood Richmond Heights defeats College School of Med Bioscience 74-37. Crestridge over Concordia 64-27. Duchesne over Steam Academy 66-32. Again, these are boys scores from last night. Truman 62-51 over Fort Osage. Frontier School of Excellence defeats Guadalupe Center's Charter 63-31. Kirksville over Clark County 63-46. Archie over Lakeland 59-22. Westminster Christian 78. Lutheran South 56. North Platte over Maysville 80-61. Marshall defeats Odessa 81-67. St. Vincent over Valley Catholic 70-61. Lawson defeats Trenton 61-56. Union over Gateway Legacy 69-50. And St. Michael the Archangel 75-50 over Warrensburg. Again, you're listening to the morning update here on the Missouri Sports Network. My name is Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, as we look at our most recent girls basketball poll that came out on the 5th. Chadwick, number 1 in Class 1. Clopton, number 1 in Class 2. Principia, number 1 in Class 3. Doniphan in Class 4. Marshfield stays atop, number 1 in Class 5. And Incarnate Word, followed by Kickapoo at 1 and 2 in Class 6. On the college level, Evangel a night ago, their record falls to 10-5 as they took on Southwestern College out of Kansas, and they were on the road there in Winfield, Kansas. They fall 87-74. On the women's side of Evangel University, they continue to pile up points. They're now 12-1 overall, 9-0 in the conference. They put in 98 last night, 98-44 win at Southwestern College as well. Elsewhere, at Mission University, they're 6-9 overall on the boys' side, 2-0 in the conference. They did not play last night, but they do play tonight at home at W.E. Dow Fieldhouse. They will take on Harris Stowe State University. On the women's side, they're 6-7 overall, and they will also have Harris Stowe State University tonight at W.E. Fieldhouse. Missouri State women's basketball 9-5 overall, and they will be they're hosting tonight at 6:30 p.m. They'll be hosting Kennesaw State after that last victory 80-69 over FIU. Unfortunately, the Bears not as good of luck. They fall to 9-6 on the season as they were at Kennesaw State last night. They lost by 10, 90-80. Gave up a 19-0 run, and that's just awful hard to come back from. But they are 8-2 on the road, 8-2 at home, 1-4 on the road. Sophie Cunningham Classic kicks off tomorrow at Columbia College. So you're looking at in the first game, will be Blue Valley North. These are all women's games. So Blue Valley North will take on Battle High School at 11 a.m., followed by at 12:30, Doniphan versus Tipton. Ought to be a good matchup there. And then at 2 p.m., it'll be Fulton versus School of the Osage. At 3:30 p.m., West Plains versus Principia. Another good game. And then at 5 will be Incarnate Word Academy versus St. Teresa's. Cardinal Ritter will take on Faith Family Academy out of Texas at 6:30. And then Staley will play Long Island Lutheran out of New York at 8 p.m., followed by 9:30 game to close it out, Olathe South versus Rockbridge. You're listening to the morning update here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. On this day in sports history, in 1913, Frank Chance becomes the New York Yankees manager. First baseman, takers to Evers to Chance, if you've ever heard that. This was the Chance. The best, what some say the greatest double play combination in Major League Baseball history. And in 1945, the University of Kentucky Wildcats men's basketball team sets an NCAA record by holding the Arkansas State to 6 points in a 75-6 win. And in 1947, Toronto Maple Leaf rookie Howie Meeker scores 5 goals in a game. In 1955, Furman sets an NCAA single-game basketball scoring record, scoring 154 points. And in 1955, on that same day, Georgia Tech ends Kentucky's 130-game home basketball win streak. On this date, 1962, Jack Nicklaus, 21 years old, makes his first professional appearance. He tied for 50th in the Los Angeles Open. And on this date, 1972, the NCAA announces that freshmen will be able to play on varsity teams, starting in the fall. And in 1978, on this date, American Jimmy Connors beats Bjorn Borg of Sweden 6-4, 1-6, 6-4 to win his first and only season-ending ATP Masters Grand Prix tennis title at Madison Square Garden in New York. And in 1980, on this date, the NCAA decides to sponsor women's championships in 5 different sports. The 1984 NFC and AFC championships, AFC championship at LA Memorial Coliseum, the LA Raiders defeat Seattle Seahawks 30-14, and then the NFC at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C., the Washington Redskins defeat the San Francisco 49ers 24-21. And in 1984, the NCAA announces that it's going to expand the Final Four tournament to include 64 teams. On this date, 1986, San Francisco Giant Willie McCovey is the 16th elected to the MLB Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. And in 1987, Jack Sikma of the Milwaukee Bucks begins NBA free throw shooting streak of 51 games. And on this date, 1991, Baseball Hall of Fame announces Gaylord Perry, Fergie Jenkins, and Rod Carew elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. 1991, Thomas Darrell swims a world record 400 medley in 4 minutes and 12 seconds and 32 100ths. On this date, 1993, Michael Jordan's game-high 35 points leads the Bulls to 120-95 win over Milwaukee, giving him exactly 20,000 points in the 620th game of his NBA career, the second fastest to reach this milestone. But it was just 121 games behind what Wilt Chamberlain did, scoring 20,000 points in 499 games. In 1995, Philadelphia Phillies 12-time All-Star third baseman Mike Schmidt is elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. In 1996, on this date in history, for the first time in 25 years, no one is elected to the Baseball Halls of Fame. 1998, New York Giant GM George Young resigns to accept an NFL position. And on this date in 2008, Joe Gibbs retires for the second time as the head coach of the Washington Redskins. And in 2009, on this date, college football, the 11th BCS National Championship at Dolphin Stadium, Miami Gardens. Number 2 Florida defeats number 1 Oklahoma 24-14. In 2023, United Cup Tennis, Ken Roswell Arena, Sydney, Australia, U.S. wins its inaugural event 4-0 over Italy. You've been listening to the Missouri Sports Network here in the Morning Update. Certainly glad you tuned in. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful day. Hey, click it over 102.1, The One, and listen to the starting lineup with Art Haynes, Scott Purrier